Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be watching this from. This is Cornelius Lubinda with another video. Now we continue on addition of vectors. So we have the vector OP and have the vector OW. In the prior video we explained the parallelogram rule, which is where you make a parallelogram. Now here we're going to do the head to tail method. The head to tail or the tip to tail is the same thing. So we have two vectors here, OP and OW, and then we can be asked in an exam to add them. Here there are no specific lengths. Examples will be explained later. This is just to enlighten us before we go into the actual answering of past papers. So OP or W, what can we do here? We get our OP like this. So, this is a vector. Let's forget about what's happening this side. But this here is a vector. And it has a tip here, and it has a tail there. This tip can also be called the head or the tip, but this is the tail. So this method that we're going to use is called tip to tail method. I want to enlighten you here, there. So upon us knowing that is the head, the tip, then this is the tail, we can now proceed. OP is like that, OW. So this is the tip, this is the tail of OW. We put this this tail, right? This tail on this tip or head of OP, like that. So let's remove the letters now. Removing the letters is just to not get confused. That's the only reason why we are removing the letters. So this to there is OP, this to there is OW. And then our resultant vector will be the vector that goes like this. We can call it vector R. So if we're to add these two vectors, this vector and this vector, so this one here, we can differentiate the vectors so we can know what we're doing. So this vector here, that vector, and this vector here, right here. So we are adding the two vectors, giving us this resultant vector. We're starting from O, we go to there, then we end there. That is the second method, which is the tip to tail, head to tail. That is how we can add vectors. Alright, that has been addition of vectors. Now we are done with addition of vectors. In the next video, we are going to look at position vectors, an introduction to position vectors and collinear points. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cornelius Lubinda. Bye bye.